Hello everyone. This is worksheet 13-1, which gives us practice on finding the area of parallelograms and triangles. Now your 3D shapes that you've been collecting information on, data collecting, has parallelograms, it has trapezoids, and it even has triangles. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice finding the area of parallelograms and triangles. Now if you notice in the back, that's where the triangles are located, okay? So we're going to start off by working a few problems together. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to circle number 1, because we're going to work that one together. We're going to also work together number 6. We're also going to work together number 14, which is on the back side over here. And we're also going to work together number 18. You will also notice down here at the bottom, number 22 and 23, these are composite figures, and you're going to need to know how to find the area of this shape and add them together. And here, find the area of this shape, which is a triangle, and this shape, which is a rectangle, and add them together to finally get the result, which is the area. Now, anytime you're dealing with area, you're dealing with square units. And every problem in here has a different unit. Like this one is centimeters, this one is meters, this one is inches, and number 4 is millimeters. So since we're dealing with area, each one of these will be, like this one, number 1, square centimeters. This one will be square meters. This one will be square inches. And this one will be square millimeters. On the back side is the same thing. You'll see the units. This one is feet, so the area will be square feet, square meters, square inches, and square centimeters. So let's go back to the first one that we're going to work together, and that's going to be number 1. And what I've done is I've separated the problems on a separate sheet. So all you'll have to do is just focus in on that one problem. Okay, so I'm going to take the number 1, and I moved it from there to over here. So all you have to do right now is pay attention to the problems that we're going to work on this sheet. Now let me zoom in a little bit so you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, what you'll notice in this parallelogram is that the base is 24 centimeters long and a height that is 6 centimeters long. You also have a hypotenuse over here of this little triangle, which is 8 centimeters long. And so for you to be able to figure out the area of the parallelogram, you got to know what the area of the parallelogram formula is. The area formula for a parallelogram is area is equal to the base times the height. Okay? So what we need to do is we need to replace B, which is 24, and H, which is 6. You'll want to try and put that 8 in place of H, but that's not the height. The height is right here, and the height will always make a right angle with the base. Okay, so this will be the height. So the area of this parallelogram is going to be 24 times the height, which is 6. And so all you have to do right now is just multiply 24 times 6. It's right here, 12, 13, 14. So the area for this parallelogram is going to be 144 centimeters squared. And that is how you find the area of a parallelogram. Okay? So, what are you going to do on the worksheet? The same thing. You're going to be looking at number 2. This is the base, and this is the height. The height is 4. Over here in number 3, you'll notice that the base is up here, 1.4. This distance right here can actually be repeated down here as well, which is 1.4 inches. So the base, B, would be 1.4 here. And the height, since we need a right angle with the base to the very top of the figure, is 2.3 inches. So the height will be 2.3 inches for that one. Looking over here at number 4, the height is 6 millimeters and the base is 15 millimeters. Now let's go on to number 6. I think number 6 is very interesting. The directions for number 6 says, find the value of H for each parallelogram. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to find out what the height is right here. So in order for us to be able to figure out what the height is, we need to find the area. Now we can find the area using this as the base, which that is set up for h. So it would be 20 times h is going to give us the value for the area of the parallelogram. Or what we can do is we can use 10 as the base, and the height will be 8. So the area formula for a parallelogram is base times the height. So we're going to use b as the base. So b is 10, the base. The height for when 10 is the base is going to be 8. So h is 8. So we're going to multiply 10 times 8. This is a pretty easy problem, which is 10 times 8, which is going to be 80 units squared. Now, even though it doesn't have a unit of measurement, we can still put u as units and square to indicate that this is the area. Now that we know that the area is 80 units squared, what we can do is we can use 20 as the base, and h will be the height. So since the area is equal to 80 units squared, and that's supposed to be equal to the base times the height, if we use 20 as the base, we put that there, we have an algebra problem, which it's going to be 80 is equal to 20 times h. Dividing by 20 to both sides, the height is 4. So this h right there is going to be 4 units. And that's what you can box in. So that's number 6 right there. And you would do similar technique to find the answer for h here on number 5 and for h here on number 7. Just study this really well right now that you're copying it down with me, and you can do number 5 and number 7 by using this as an example. Okay. Let's look at the next one that we circled, which is number 14. Number 14 is on the back side of practice 13-1. So that's what we're going to look at now. Number 14 says, find the area of the triangle. Now, if you remember from your middle school years, they talked to you about how to find the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 times the base times the height. So we need to know what the base is and what the height is. Well, we know that the height makes a right angle with the base. So we have 1/2 times the base. Now, if you look at the base down here, it's broken up into 2 pieces. We have a 3 and we have a 4. So let's add those 2 together. So 3 plus 4 is 7 inches. So the entire base from there to there is going to be 7 inches. So it's 7 inches. The height makes a right angle with the base. So that's going to be 3 inches. So to find the area of this particular triangle, we're going to take 7 times 3, which is 21, and we're going to divide it by 2. 20 divided by 2 is 10, and 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, so the answer will be 10.5. Okay? So the area here is going to be 10.5 inches squared. The next problem I want to work with you is 18. And it says coordinate geometry will find the area of a polygon with the given vertices. Okay, so number 18, we have 4 points. And so since I don't have too much room here, and you'll probably need an extra sheet to be able to work this out somewhere, I moved 18 here that has an open space. And each one of these is a vertice, or a point. It is a 4-sided figure, so this is what we're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this up on a grid. Okay? And letter A is -3, 1. So it's -3, 1, 2, 3, up 1. So this is letter A. Okay? Letter B is -3, 4. So I'm going to go -3, 1, 2, 3, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is letter B. Letter C is 7, 1, so that's going to be in quadrant number 1. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. up 1. And letter D is going to be 7, 4, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. Now, if you were to meet up all of these coordinates, these vertices, you're going to notice that this is a rectangle. This is so much of a distance, and this is going up so much of a distance, and you can even count them. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So this is 3 units. And going across here from B to D, and this was C, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this will be 10 units. In order for you to be able to find the area, you need to know how to multiply these two distances together. And this is a rectangle. And in order for you to find the area of a rectangle, you need to multiply the length times the width. And the length times the width of this one is going to be 10 times 3. The area for this will be 30 units squared. You have the rest of the worksheet to work on your own. Please look at these different examples and replay the videos if you have to. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope you get a good grade on this assignment.